We are back here on Carolina Women with our men on the couch at FWDG, and we have a fantastic show for you today. And you have an amazing guest who looks great.
A dear friend of mine, Tom Aydlette, Aydlette Insurance. He has an insurance agency here on Ladies Island, and actually his father had one in Charleston. Give us a little history. You've been doing this forever.
Well, got out of the Air Force, went in business with Dad, found out through doing some business down here that we beat State Farm by $300 here, where they were beating us in Charleston by $400.
Oh, I love it.
My dad hung up the phone with one of my brother's law partners and said, go to Beaufort and find us an office space.
I love it. Okay, I'm in.
And we've been here for 30 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Has insurance changed a lot in the time you've been doing it?
Yes, it has. There's a lot of companies coming and going.
Okay.
And it's just a never-ending battle to find people who want to do business on this side of I-95.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the coast is getting tougher.
Is it really? What kind of insurance specifically for this area is different than most? I guess I think flood insurance, hurricane insurance, that kind of stuff.
Flood insurance, and then you get into your hurricane deductibles, which is a percentage of whatever the house is insured for. And so if you can find a 2% deductible compared to a 5% deductible, then that makes a really big difference on a $500,000 house.
Do you develop relationships with your clients? And is it that everybody needs something different, or how?
The back of my business card says you can buy your insurance anywhere, but you can only get our service here. And that's, that's the way we operate. Whoever answers the phone can answer your question. We don't ask if your last name starts with a B, you need to speak to Sue and she's not in.
Oh, got it.
We don't work that way. Whoever answers the phone can write you a policy and take a payment and do whatever you need done.
What different kinds of insurance do you actually handle?
Everything but health insurance.
Okay.
We do life, commercial, auto, home, business.
Do you find that most people stick with one insurance person to do all that?
I think it's probably a good portion of people do from inertia or a relationship that they have with the agency. And then I think there's some people who are going to shop every year and they do, and then will leave for $1.
Yeah, and then they'll be back 6 months later when they realize that their boat insurance canceled last week and the boat sunk yesterday.
I think that's what's so hard for me is I can't imagine doing 1-800, do I have insurance today? And, as opposed to just being able to call and say,
I know from my real estate world, please have somebody local. I need to have that communication while we're going through the process.
Yeah, very important.
Yeah.
And you've been doing this in Beaufort how long?
Since '92.
Do you have other agents within your practice?
Everybody, all of my employees are licensed.
Okay.
And so we don't work on a commission basis per se. Everybody's been on a salary. Every one of my employees have been, in fact, my office manager's been with me for 30 years. Everybody else has been there for over 15.
Well, that tells you something right
Very
there.
little turnover.
And I have to tell you, his people are proactive.
Okay.
So when it comes time for renewal or if there's some issue, you don't find out through the mail. You find out, in my case, with the email or a phone call.
Okay.
We try and get to you before you get the letter.
Correct. And so for you, you've got commercial.
We've got a lot of things that we have to deal with. There's no question. And their agency makes what we do with them very easy. We have Robin and I have a house up the country a little bit, and I don't ever have to tell Cindy that. What are we doing with that, or what's the best deal? She's looking out for me.
So it's a one-stop shop. In other words, you know what there is to know about everything. Boy, that is worth its weight in gold, I would think.
Well, it is, and a lot of investors, they go, they buy a rental property, and knowing that you can get on the phone and get this thing quoted and be ready when you're closing on it, it makes a big difference.
And for a while, it was Nationwide was the primary or only, but you were an independent
agency.
And
now I'm an independent, and we'll put you with whoever's the cheapest and the best cover.
Oh, so you've got, that's amazing.
Multiple lines.
That is helpful. you know, it's really good because the way the insurance companies are pulling out
Yeah.
Yes.
and coming in and all that you mentioned, it's really good to be able to have that agent.
I learned so much. This is so good.
That's
It's
why
so
we
nice
do
to
it.
meet you.
Yeah.
We
With
want to
you.
thank you for coming today. Thank you all for joining us. Have a great day.